Start with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the most compassionate. How are you guys? I hope you are feeling well. So, first, I have to know issue about into my structure. So now I want to start into my topic about sentence and third part. So now let's beginning to a topic. Part of multi-word sentence. What have two in a measure parts, it has two parts like subject and predicate. I also remember we have to teach in my previous lecture, and we have to any resolutions of life as much as possible, like subject in a sentence has got an important positions. It is the first part of the sentence that introduce the doer of an action of someone or something. That is all is related to either in the stat or actions. I want to share into my experience of in this sentence. I want to also remember, you have to remember like that in my previous lecture, that sentence is the important thing of in a sentence subject. Without subject, it is not standard sentence. And subject is the most important because it is show an order to in positions or action or state. Everything in a state or action, but they have a subject because it is a show position or introduce the subject. Okay, guys. In a simple word, the subject is someone or something that the predicate talk about or gives information about. Examples like Salman study English. Salman subject and study English. It's a predicate. So let's do explanations. In above the sentence, there are two parts who study English. S belong to the subject. What does the subject do? And it belong to predicate. Salman study English. So in a previous sentence, predicate give information about the subject. I also you have to remember that I will tell you that predicate or the thing is the introduced by a subject. So not it is a common rule that whenever we make a multi-word active voice sentence, the extent of the subject is considered to be indivisibles in case the subject is not present. But in a multi-word active sentence, the sentence may remain incomplete. In some exponential cases, when the subject is already understood, such as in imperative sentence. For neglect use, it just not mean the subject. It's not present, it is a neglect since it was already understood. Like open the door, write a letter. I have to remember like that it is always you are already give the order but the subject or the thing already noted by the exponential case because you are you are automatically talk for someone you do it this work but have some people's is already but you are already know that who can do it that work. Okay guys, that person who can do it because you are a subnetted exponential case. You are that in do it in this activity because he know that this person is talk to me and do this activity. So let's begin. But it does not mean that the subject is not present. What? But the subject is not present. It is neglected since it was already understood. Examples: open the door. Because you already gave the order and the person noted that I am done this activity. Okay, open the door. So he noted I do it this activity. And write a letter. The writer is noted that the person is talk or action to me. So in a both above both imperative sentence, we neglected to mention the subject because they were already understood. What? They were already understood. The subject they already were understood. In additionals, not mentioning the subject in above the mentioned examples does not mean that the subject were not present. What? But the subject was not present. It's the that. So what was can be to the subject of the sentence? Subject has a very important part of sentence which has a great effect in sentence. It's already been explained above. The first property of subject is in a sentence is noun, which is used as subject, like noun. Whenever the subject of the sentence is noun, it is called nominal subject. And we can use noun as a subject of the sentence, so noun can become the sentence of the sentence, subject of the sentence. Like look at examples. Salman writes a letter. What? Salman writes a letter. Subject nominal. Lali break a glass is a nominal. Explanation above the both explanations examples subject have been appeared a noun as a respectively Salman and Ali. So pronoun it is the second property whenever the subject of the sentence is pronoun. It is called pronominal subject. Not pronoun can be used as the subject of the sentence in a place of noun subject when it is not necessary to mention the subject. In a form of noun, pronoun can be become the subject of the sentence. We already have two mentions, but in a noun we can be to phrase of noun subject when it's not necessary to mention a subject. So pronoun can be become the subject of the sentence of the rules. Examples we have she cleans her room. What? She cleans her room. Subjects is prominent. We get lunch. We eat lunch. Sorry for guys. We ate lunch. Subject is a prominent. But explanation in above the both example, the subject is in each appeared is a pronoun. What? It is appeared of the pronoun. The subject of the first example is she is the subject of the second example. Is we both of the which are subject pronouns. Note There are many kinds of pronoun which are used in a different positions of the sentence. We can use only subject and a pronoun as the subject of the sentence. Rather, they are the pronoun like I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Important point. So, it is also not very vital in speaking to very sentence with the pronoun. A pronoun always take the place of the subject in a sentence when the confirmed. That is, a noun is already introduced a person, place, or thing. In a previous or last sentence, until they unless the pronoun, place, or thing have not been confirmed or introduced by a noun. The use of pronoun is restricted in case a noun is not used before pronoun. It will correct confusions in the mind of listener and writer as whom or what we are talking about. Like look the examples. Ollie is my friend. He is very intelligent. He has studies with me in a class 10. He always wear clean and neat clothes. So that's all the previous lectures offered in important points. After like to make examples, we have to easily understand until till unless a person and place things are introduced noun a pronoun. In case of not listener pronoun before pronoun is until correct confusions of mind or listener reader. We talking about. So let's the explanations. In above the all sentence and expect the first sentence in which I used a noun Ali is subject in order to introduce. What? Ali is a subject in order to introduce. Whom I am talk about remaining all sentence being with the subject pronoun that clear show that I am talking about merely Ali and no one else. It is therefore very much important to use pronoun as the subject after confirming that the subject of the sentence has already been introduced in a previous sentence by using a noun. So let's gerund. Gerund when verb ing that the function as a noun as in a sentence is called gerund. Whenever verb ing that the function as a noun appear and comes at the beginning of the sentence or before verb in a function as a subject. Whenever the subject of a sentence is gerund, it is called coordinate subject, cardinal subject. We can also gerund as a subject, but like we have to subject of the sentence is called gerund. So it's a cardinal subject. We can also the gerund of a subject like teaching makes me happy. Drawing fast is not good in oral. Subject plus cardinal. It's mean it's a sentence in a teaching in a sentence and driving in a both are the gerund. What both are the gerund are used in as a subject in both sentence, but always introduced on a predicate sentence. Predicate sentence are what introduce subject. They are a subject, okay, guys, but they are introduced in a predicate because teaching makes me happy. Driving fast is not good in a run. So Full infinitive. Full infinitive whenever two plus verb that the function as a noun comes is the beginning of the sentence before a verb. Its function as a subject we can use to plus verb as a subject. Examples like to help poor is like a worship. To study hard makes tired. To study the subject and its infinitive like is an examples one to help it is mean an example number two to study is a both are infinitive and both of them are used of the subject on a both sentence. What they are used, but the thing was word but presented for in this they are a subject in a both sentence. Okay, guys. Extra information infinitive has six types. Only a one then is used in a subject which is called full infinitive. Okay, guys. So noun class. Noun class whenever a clause that has subject and finite verb in it in a function same as a noun is called noun class. When a noun class comes at the beginning of the sentence or before the verb and function as a subject of the related sentence. Like examples, car was very expensive. What? Car was very expensive. Sorry for guys. Car was very expensive because its noun clause comes at the beginning of the sentence before at the verb. The subject is the related of the sentence. So noun above the sentence, the word car is noun and is the function of the subject of the sentence. What she bought was very expensive. Subject and noun class. In above the sentence, whole group of the word what she bought. It is what she bought is noun class. That is referred to the car which is a mention in the first examples. In both examples, the subject are noun and noun class. Respectively, in a first example is only noun. If the subject of the shape of a car is in a second example, which is she bought, what she bought is the subject, is the shape of noun class. So, consolations. In above all explanation about the subject, we have come to noun that subject can be noun, can be pronoun, can be gerund, and infinitive noun class we can't use any other part of speech. What? We can be to use any other part of speech like verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, all the subject. So that's all. If you have to any questions about this structure, you can to ask me in comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day. Best of wish.